Good morning. I kind of have a difficult video today talking about karma and its loophole. Yes, karma has a loophole. So, everyone pretty much knows what the general concept of karma is, right? So, you do something good and you get good karma and good things happen to you, and you do something bad and then you get bad karma and bad things happen to you, right? That's the general consensus of what karma is. Well, there's a loophole. And the elites that essentially own and control the planet and us, they know this loophole and they use it a lot. So just to kind of set this up so it's easily understood, we have what's called the law of confusion. A lot of times it's also considered or called the law of free will, where you create your reality, and you have to give your consent to have something bad done to you. So if someone does something bad to you without your consent, they're going to get bad karma. But if they do something bad to you and you have consented to them doing that bad thing to you, then they are basically absolved of that bad karma. They won't receive it. And that sounds weird because it's like, well, why would we ever consent to something bad happening to us? And there are kind of two different ways that plays out. So before you even incarnated here, when you're creating your soul contract, you have certain things that you want to happen in your life. Some of those things might be bad. It's because you want to learn a lesson from it in some way. And so someone who most likely loves you very much says, okay, I'll be the bad guy in your story so that you can learn this lesson or whatever. So you guys both agree to it ahead of time before coming in. Most of the people that would be involved in that same situation are agreeing to this ahead of time before coming in. And then you're incarnated, you pass through the veil of forgetting, and you totally forget that you made that agreement, and then those bad things happen. You've already consented to it before coming here. There's nothing much you can do about it. On the other hand, there is the loophole that exists once you're already here, that you have not agreed to prior to coming in and incarnating here. And that's what the elites use. So there's a couple ways they do this, mostly through our media and through our entertainment. So because I'm in the United States of America, I'll stick to United States concepts. But first I should probably talk about the way divine source, God, collective consciousness, universe, soul consciousness, whatever you want to call it, works. Because it doesn't understand our words, and it doesn't understand concepts that are created in this physical plane. What it understands, its language is energy. So what our energy puts off. So the way the elites manipulate this is by telling us ahead of time what they're going to do before they do it. So United States example, 9/11. Okay? Throughout the 1990s, there were TV shows, there were movies, there were cartoons that would show the Twin Towers being hit by planes and collapsing or being blown up or, demolishing, being destroyed. Okay? So, as viewers, seeing that on the TV, we understand that, oh, that's fake, it's a story, it's entertainment, it's not real. But what the universe, the energy, picks up is that they're seeing this happen and they're okay with it. That's the energy that the universe takes away from that. So We're thinking, oh, it's just fake, it's entertainment, whatever, not a big deal. But the universe is saying, oh, they see it happening on their TV screen in whatever form, doesn't matter. They're seeing it happen and they're okay with it. So in that sense, we subconsciously gave them permission to do it in real life, right? So 9/11 happened, okay? It was an inside job. It was demolition style, okay? It wasn't the plane hit the tower and the tower fell over. No, it was demolition style, straight down, okay? Oh, after the plane had hit it, okay? There are reports of people hearing bombs going off in the ground. The metal beams at the bottom of the towers were cut demolition style, okay? They told us they were going to do it. They got our subconscious consent to do it, and they did it. And so they were absolved of any negative karma from doing it. That's what happened. And you can actually, someone made a video, a compiled video of all the different scenes from different TV shows and cartoons of the Twin Towers being destroyed. Like, it's out there, you can find it. So that's an example of what I mean by, like, you subconsciously giving your consent without you realizing it. That's how they get you. And the other way they do it is through mainstream media, what they call Project Mockingbird, where because you create your reality, if you believe something is true, and you keep hearing it and you agree with it, then that becomes your reality, okay? I use this as an example with crystals. People who are skeptical of whether or not crystals have healing power, they don't believe that it's true. So you essentially put up an energetic barrier around yourself that crystal's energy, healing energy, cannot reach you because you don't want it. You're saying, I don't believe it, I don't want it. So because you have free will, you create your reality, you stop that healing energy from reaching you, okay? So Project Mockingbird uses the media, because most mainstream media is owned by the elites. They have talking points where every single channel, they're saying the same things, they're using the same lies, taking things out of context, making it sound good, and the people who are listening, they hear it, they go, okay, yeah, I agree with that. Then they see it again, they hear it again, they agree with it again, they see it again, they hear it again, they agree with it again. It becomes their reality. That's where we got Trump derangement syndrome from, okay? And this is a sleight of hand, okay? They're saying, oh, this guy Trump, he's evil. He's going to destroy democracy. They repeat it over and over again. A lot of their talking points have been debunked. I know, and you got to Google search it, which is ironic because Google is also owned by the DNC and the elites. And so their algorithms favor their narrative, okay? So in order to find anything outside of their narrative, you have to scroll for days and get to the bottom of the algorithm to find truth, facts, okay? That most of their talking points about Trump have been debunked. That's why most of the lawfare that they've done against him has been overthrown and thrown out because it's not true. But the American people who are listening to this mainstream media, they hear it, and they're hearing it over and over again, and even after it's been debunked, they're still saying it, so it must be true, right? And that's where we got Trump derangement syndrome from. They're with Project Mockingbird, they are effectively brainwashing people into believing their narrative, okay? And this is really important because of the 2024 election and what's going on right now. And they keep saying Trump's a threat to democracy, but then look at what they've been doing the last 3.5 years, okay? And they'll use COVID as an excuse. Oh, it was the first worldwide pandemic, blah-de-blah-de-blah, like it wasn't intentional, okay? What did the Biden administration do? Okay? They made vaccines mandatory. Their quote-unquote scientists said it was safe and effective. Okay, fast forward, we know it's not safe and effective. We know that it had adverse effects on very many people. We know that we had the highest death rate of most other countries, even though we don't have a very big population considering. But that was their narrative. Okay? And the second point to that is that they want to censor disinformation. Okay? The Biden administration set up a portal for the 3-letter agencies to go in and go into social media and censor people that were speaking the truth, or at least warning people that it was a bad idea. Okay? That the COVID lockdowns and the vaccines and everything was a bad idea. And they label it disinformation. But who gets to decide what's disinformation or not? That's not how democracy works. Okay? And you got to listen to what they're saying. Okay? What is Kamala Harris saying? What has she said in the past? Okay? She has said, and recently too, that the social media needs to be held accountable for disinformation, for censoring people that are spreading disinformation. Okay? Who decides what disinformation is? They're corrupt scientists that they pay to say whatever they want? Okay? Your truth is your reality, right? Okay, so if you have a different perspective, they want to censor you, and I think that's okay. She thinks free speech is a privilege. It's not. Our Constitution, that's why it's the First Amendment. All of our other rights hinge on our ability to free speech. Okay? They want to censor it. They've said as much. Okay? And in the Economic Forum just last week or whenever, there was a guy, I forgot his name, saying that the biggest hurdle to consensus is the First Amendment right to free speech. Okay? She said she wouldn't take away your guns. She's a gun owner. She's not going to take away your guns. Simultaneously saying that we need an assault weapon ban. What's an assault weapon? What's the definition? There's been people who take knives in movie theaters and stab a bunch of people. That's assault. Now that knife is an assault weapon. So they're not going to tell you what that means because they want to take away all your guns so that you can't defend yourself against them. Okay? Then she said, on TV, you can hear her saying this, if you have a gun in your house, we're going to come into your house and get that gun or see that gun. So that right there, First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment. They don't care about. They don't want it. Listen to what she says. A new way forward. New. Meaning not the old way. Unburdened by the past. Unburdened means to get rid of. Unburdened by the past and a new way forward. They want to get rid of the Constitution of the United States of America. They are telling you what they want to do. And meanwhile, they're like, this guy over here, he wants to destroy democracy. He was president. Okay? July 6th was an inside job. There were FBI agents who started it. There are videos of Trump supporters trying to stop other people from breaking windows at the Capitol building. It was a setup because they want you to believe that he's going to destroy democracy while telling you that they're going to destroy democracy. But they do it with joy. They do it with joy. So they must not be bad, right? They want to do it with joy. Pay attention to what they're saying. They have to tell you the truth and get your subconscious consent so that they don't have to deal with the repercussions from karma. That's how it works. They've learned how the system works. They've been using it against the mass population forever. And they're losing grip because people are waking up. Thank goodness for the Great Awakening. People are waking up. They're realizing it. There's the walk away campaign where people are walking away from the Democratic Party by the millions. Okay? You can't keep your head in the sand any longer. You have, most people, vast majority of people have supercomputers in their pocket. Scroll past the propaganda, do your research, look at alternative, resources, and realize that they have been doing this forever. They've been doing this to us forever. The DNC has been in control of the country for over a decade now. Over a decade now. And it's just been getting worse. Trump did his best, but he was taken advantage by the people in power. He knows better now. He's got good people on his team this year that are going to help him pick the right people. These people are divinely protected and guided. And love and light is going to win. We're not going to put up with it anymore. We're catching on. More and more people are catching on to the games they're playing. And we don't want World War III, and we don't want, biological chips and people to cut off our funds if we don't go along with their narrative. And right now, the best way to overthrow a government is to have an army of foreigners come in and fight against the citizenry. The border's wide open. The criminals are flooding in. The undercover army is flooding in. And they have done nothing. She says, oh, well, they killed the bill that we put together. The bill still let 5,000 illegal immigrants in a day. It didn't stop anything. An executive order from Biden would stop. It would shut down the border immediately. That's what Trump did. They haven't done it. They whine and complain, oh, Trump destroyed the border bill. False narrative again. Okay. I've said my piece. Listen to what they're saying. And don't take it at face value, because what they say and what they mean are two completely different things. Two completely different things. Do not give them your subconscious consent. Don't do it. Divine is providing love and light. I wish only the best for all of us. I know the Great Awakening is happening and people are going to wake up to this, and I just hope that this message resonates with some who may have not been aware of it yet and helps someone out there. And blessed be. Have a good day. And don't give in to the fear. Don't give in to the negativity. Trust that the divine will provide. Blessed be.